Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of the Glass Cage podcast. I'm JH.
And I'm George.
And there's not really much for you and I to catch up on, George, because if we're going to admit to the viewers,
We just did that.
we just did a podcast. So
Yeah, we did.
how are you?
Good.
Yeah, you had a bit of a Powerade.
Yeah, did have a sip. That's, since we last caught up, that was about it.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, we're back, guys. It's all thanks to Serafin. Go and have a watch on YouTube because we are recording it all.
Yep.
So, yeah, a major thank you to them. So,
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
a nod to them. Serafin Machinery have a passion for introducing innovation into the agricultural industry and providing customers with exceptional service and quality products at the best prices. Each day, they strive to be the seeding and tillage specialists.
By providing a combination of Australian designed and manufactured seeding and tillage equipment with imported quality products, Serafin can provide the very best range of farming equipment to suit Australian farmers, contractors and resellers.
With dealers in most states, Serafin Machinery believe their continued success is a result of 4 factors:
Selling quality equipment at competitive prices,
ensuring every experience is A+ rated,
exceptional staff who share the same values as the company,
industry-leading manufacturing, assembly and servicing facilities. Alrighty, George. So, like we just admitted, we are doing 2 on the one day.
back to back.
Back to back. Now, we do prefer to do them live, essentially,
Yes.
because then we get to interact with you guys a bit more. But you're about to go on holiday.
Yes. Yep.
So, and then we can't do one when you get back from holiday because I go on holiday.
Yeah. We were just discussing the logistical issues that we sometimes have. That
So we're doing a Q&A today.
yes.
We've got a lot of questions from all you guys. So again, the Glass Cage Pod on Instagram. Everybody,
Yep.
reach out to us there. More voice notes.
Yeah. Voice notes.
More voice
I love seeing seeders, drone shots of seeders and stuff. But voice notes really, they really get me.
And on the stories, it's still just a lot of seeders. And there's the boom spray drivers mustn't be listening to us or they're too busy.
Yeah. I haven't seen one camel herder yet. It's weird. Come on, guys.
Oh goodness! All right, well, let's get straight on in to our Q&A. So I'll read the names out. So we got Chris Ware, Chris Wah. JH, reason for going separate liquid cart over incorporating it into the new air cart on the air seeder. So I did originally want to do that. I did want to do incorporated, so I'm not towing another thing. There is also the issue of our road track is only 500 horsepower. Is it going to be able to tow this extra bit of weight? The answer is yeah, but on a dry year it will struggle.
Yep.
The John Deere. So we're going John Deere. You got a choice between the 650 bushel and the 850 bushel. We're currently a 700 bushel, so we were like, okay, and I would talk tons and litres, but they don't do that. We've got to talk bushels.
Yeah.
So we would have gone to the 850, and we were thinking, I could use the liquid tank on that. It's got to be a big one.
Yep.
So, would you just use that? Well, no, they don't do liquid on the big one for some reason.
Oh, okay.
So then you're going down to the 650 bushel, and that means that you are then taking it away from your seed or your fert.
Yeah.
And it's only small. So I think it was only 3,000.
Yeah, okay.
So if you're going, not that I'm planning, or not at the moment, but let's say I'm going 100 litres a hectare,
yeah.
30 hectares, a brew.
And then you're out.
You can't even do a bloody outside lap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even if it was a bit bigger, let's say it was able to get to 7,000 litres, you're stuck. You're restricted to the size, your options.
Yeah.
So I've gone for an Earnshaw 14,000 litre tow behind. That gives me 14,000 litres to play with.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be brewing it up to 14,000 litres, but it means I could go stupid rates. I could do stupid trials.
Yeah.
I've got all the freedom in the world.
Yes.
And now Frothy, him and John, they designed this actual one that we're getting. So that the Earnshaw built it around them.
How much did they design?
The two separate tanks.
Oh,
How it fell off.
Yeah.
So the two separate tanks, two separate 7,000 litres.
Yep.
So that gives me the option later on in the years, if we, again, that's just easy, 100 hectare brews.
Yeah.
You're getting 70 hectares, which is a reasonable amount.
Yeah.
But then you've got the option of, okay, I need to start doing a vari-rate wetter.
Yes.
Or a different fungicide that has to go on top of the seed instead of where we'll be putting it is down the shank.
Yeah.
So we went that way because it gives you more options to breathe with. I'd hate to be just nested into that's what you can do.
Yeah. It's sort of that's the trade-off, isn't it? That you go, oh, we're going to be more complex, but exactly that. We're not sure what we're going to need to change in the future, but we need to give ourselves the best chance of changing.
And Todd, he's got a Borgo one. Brody's got a Borgo one.
Yeah.
They've both had issues with it.
Yes.
And it's mainly because it's steel, but then they've got a coating on the inside, but that's cracking on them.
Yeah.
The John Deere is it's an actual plastic thing, so I assume that would be a bit better. But then again, you just got issues with that. Having it toe behind, I think, is just a lot.
Yeah, well,
a lot better.
I think, like you said, the John Deere, I think the reason that they would have done that is for weight. Like you imagine you going, that the 850, if they said, oh yeah, we're going to put a compartment into liquid, we would all go, oh, fill it to the brim with Flexi-N.
Yeah, because they're not used to the Australian market.
Yeah. And then it's just going, oh, cool. Snapped axles.
Yeah. All right. Now, our next one, that was a good question. Our next one is from Steve Schiller, and this is referring back to Rhiannon's podcast, I think.
Yep.
Anyway, last episode you talked about using an accountant in South Australia. Why do you use one from so far away? So we do use an accountant from South Australia. They come over here and they've got, I believe, about 20 clients in Esperance.
Yep.
So they come and do 2 to 3 trips a year over here. So it made sense. They're very good at what they do.
Yep.
They're very, very, very good at succession planning.
Yep.
And how to change everything over and get it all into different trusts and sort that all out.
Yeah.
Very good with that. And that's what we were in. We were in that boat that we needed to get that all sorted. So mum and dad's friends had been using them. They're, they'd worked very well for them. And then they had an opening and, we jumped on them.
Yep.
I won't say who they are because they don't take on people.
Yeah.
They've got a very limited number.
Yep.
But I'm hoping when they do come over, I'm going to talk to them and maybe we'll get him on and talk succession planning because he is the man to talk to about that. So
yeah, I think the distance, the distance question isn't like it's you're we're 700 k's from Perth anyway, so.
I suppose the time zone would be the only thing,
yeah,
but it really isn't that much difference to South Australia.
And on that being said, like our plant farm,
we
talked to Coco in Geelong.
Oh, right, that's even further.
So like that, and he's over. It's same sort of deal. He's got a number of clients in the area.
Yep.
Makes trips over.
Yep.
How often do you want to be seeing your farm advisor anyway?
Yeah.
You don't want them on the farm every week like an agronomist. So distance isn't as big an issue.
As long as you can get them on the phone, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then we do everything electronically anyway. So, you're drop boxing everything or one driving everything anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's not too much of an issue. All right. So, oh, goodness. Rory Giori.
This is a good one.
Well, let's leave it at that, Rory.
Yeah.
How many years do you keep your tractor till you go and buy a new one?
Well,
yours is still going.
He's still keeping. Still got the cat. I think we're up to 10, 11 years with it now.
Yeah.
The old cat. We tend to not. We keep most things.
Yeah.
Just shuffle them through. We don't really have a set like towing machines. We don't have a set replacement sort of schedule or anything. It's just when the size, when they don't fit the job, that's it. That's it.
So our most turned over tractor is always our seeding tractor. We turned one over really quickly, the 9630. That was on triples.
Yeah.
I think we turned that over at, only about 1,100 hours.
Yeah, okay.
You guys all joked it was coming up to an engine oil
Yeah,
service.
yeah. Needed a service.
Needed a service because the Rogator was pretty similar, I think, as well.
Yeah.
But so we switched that over because again with the accountant, we got into this like lay out your plan of when you're going to change things over.
Yeah.
And we're getting quotes on tractors. Anyway, it's a really good deal, the 2-track.
Yep.
And then we kept the 2-track for ages.
Yeah.
And then that had seen its life and, gone on. So the 2-track got to 6,000 hours.
Yep.
Things, we haven't really turned them. Headers are probably a more turnover. Boom sprays definitely are. Boom sprays, the technology goes pretty quick.
Yeah.
And you need to upgrade. So
Yeah. Yeah. The old set, we do 2,000 hours and then it doesn't matter what machine it is, 2,000 hours, it gets traded. I think those days are fairly well gone.
Yeah, we work on 5 to 6 years, essentially. That's what we try to get our repayments.
Yeah.
We go for a 6 year.
Yeah.
And that's when we aim to switch.
Yeah.
So it's either we go, we're going to switch, or no, we'll just refinance that last little balloon payment. Keep going, which is what we're doing with the boom spray.
Yeah.
All right, next one is from Craney 00. Have you ever had a header decide it wanted to be used as a shovel?
Oh yeah. I do. I do remember the tin front on the 9 dot. Actually, it was on the 9080, and I just about ordered some Komatsu stickers for the side of it.
So we had the 9750s.
Yeah.
We had 3 of those, and we had one 9760.
Yeah.
Now that 9760 for some reason was when John Deere switched.
Oh.
And up was up and down was down.
Yeah.
But in the other ones, up was down and down was up.
Yeah.
Which just made perfect sense.
Yeah, you pull back,
Yeah.
up you go.
So a few times I had to go and jump in that after being in my header.
Yeah.
And you go to lift up and boom, it just goes straight into the ground. You've just picked that rock up there you're trying to avoid. Or
It's the old muscle memory.
Yeah. So I ended up having to change all of the height controls.
Yes.
So I could just
No, the old tin front on the 9080, that would scoop up dirt like you would not believe. Like,
is that because it doesn't have height control?
It had height control, but it was rigid to the feeder house.
Oh, because
so there was no floating window.
It's a New Holland.
Yes, yep. And they brilliant vision. You can see everything, but you can see all the dirt shoveling straight in.
All right, next one's from Peter Cornwell. How many engine hours did it take you guys to finish seeding? 40-foot discs versus 80-foot time. Now, this is probably something I probably should have got us to look up beforehand, but I think we did about 200 to just over 200, I think.
Yeah, okay. We did an oil change mid-season. So
did you do an oil change at the start?
Yep.
So 250 hours?
Fresh oil, 250 hours. So mid-ish season. I think I would love to have looked this up. 300 or 400 hours, I reckon. Yeah,
and you're doing 500 to 600 hectares more.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you'd do more anyway.
Yeah. So I think it's due for an oil change again now. So that'll be 500 hours.
Yeah, I believe ours was just over 200, or it could have been 240.
Yeah.
Summers, if you're listening, can you comment below? Because he'll know. All right, next one's from Callum Marwick. When are you? When you are talking about units of N, how many kilos equal 1 unit?
Hang on.
So you know how I say I aim for 80 units of N?
Yes.
How many kilos are in 80 units of N?
Well, it's 80 units is 80 kilos of N. So it's of the urea.
So urea, we just went spreading 50 kilos of urea.
Yeah.
And from memory, that's 23 units of N.
Yeah,
and then Flexien, I'm planning to do 80, and I think that works out at, so that's 20, I think that's nearly 33 or 35 units of N at 80 litres.
I'd have to have a look on the side. I should know it. I was just spreading Flexien S, or spraying it out. It's on the side of the Flexien tanks. It's units of N, urea.
Oh, it does. It does. Charts. Yeah, I know that 747 litres equals a ton.
There you go.
Because it's a stupid way of
It's your bulk density too.
Yeah, it's heavy. So you don't buy it in litres, you buy it in tonnes. Yep,
Yeah.
we spray in litres.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one,
it's,
boys.
it's good. At least, hang on, at least they didn't do pounds to the acre.
How many bananas to an acre?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think maybe look that one up.
Yeah, well, we should know, like, we're applying it. But you've just gone
I
through
got
run
off
through it.
AgWorld. I type in,
Yeah.
I go, okay, I did 40 kilos of urea.
Yeah.
That gave me this much. I'm planning to do 50 kilo top up. That gives me this much.
Yeah.
And if I'm going for 80, I need to do 80 litres of Flexian.
And it takes into account the nitrogen component of your compound fertilizer as
does.
well.
Yep.
So then you've got those extra 12 or, 6 to 12 units or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's not that.
No, it's not that much.
It's not that
It's
much.
maybe like 2 to 3 units. But
but it takes
it still
that
takes it
into
into account. Yeah.
So,
All right, Lockie Rub Dog. Why don't you have a 10,000 litre tow behind sprayer to help when busy and early crop spray?
we've got the luxury of having the old Gold Acres still, so the SP.
Yep.
And we have got a Hardy that the intention of that was to be doing exactly that. But with the
Another labour unit, another tractor.
another tractor, and at the moment the tractor that would be towing that is doing the spreading.
Yeah.
So, the spray capacity is no longer an issue for us, but that was on the cards.
Yeah. And for us, not really an issue. Henry can smash out hectares when needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as the weather's good, he'll smash them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having that big boom and that high capacity tank is just...
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't really, we've never really struggled. I know we used to back in the day when we had the 2 Sonics. Trying to get across was really hard. We were
8,000?
8,500 hectares, I think.
Yeah.
And trying to get, I think we had Septoria in the wheat at one point, and we had to try and split it between Clare Downs and Thomas Brook, and it was just, we were going flat out, and it just always felt like we're chasing our tail. We also had Bodan, so we're trying to always do the powderies on there.
Yeah.
And because, you don't want to lose the
yeah.
malt difference back then.
Yeah.
It's huge.
And when you're starting to play the fungicide game, like those days are critical.
Yeah.
Like,
So and we had the tug-alongs then, but I always felt when I was a young kid spraying, it was you just always had your ring out.
Yeah.
Like the episode when Rhiannon was on, she was saying that she always had to come down because I was always spraying. I was always spraying through the weekends.
Yeah.
If ever she wanted to spend time with me, it was on the cup holder sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Because we were just...
Well, that's so yesterday, Callum and I managed to pump out 800 hectares in perfect conditions of broadleaf and fungicide.
Yeah, Rog.
So the 2 booms, and that meant now that I'm not on the boom now today.
Yeah,
Whereas
it's good. You can have that.
Yeah. To be able to have that extra capacity. So
Yep.
definitely see where he's coming from. But yes, we've answered it in a different way, not a tug along.
Yeah, yep. All right, so Cunningham Tim, solution for John Deere Bluetooth disconnect.
This just about does my head
This
in.
grinds your gears.
It is. You can't win. I can't win. I go from Trimble cutting out to John Deere dropping out for Bluetooth. There is no in between. I have looked. There are harnesses that you can get, but they're only in the US. If someone would put a harness to put just any sort of aftermarket head unit into...
Don't you have the big touch screen one?
Don't get me started on that.
You've got the glorious touch screen. You can put your Google Maps, Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, you can. It's only cord.
Yeah, which
So
is
it's not-
like your Utes.
No, mine's cordless.
Oh, yours
Android.
cordless?
Yeah.
Oh, no, mine's not.
Yeah, so mine
Yeah.
works brilliant. In the Ute, it is fantastic. I love it. Got into the John Deere, thought, yeah, we're on here. No, it's not cordless. The Bluetooth is better in the new one, but when you're using the Android Auto or the Apple CarPlay, and if, as happens in a tractor, John Deere, you bounce and the cable maybe bumps a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Off it goes. It stops. It doesn't drop straight back to the Bluetooth. it'll drop off to
to
something
like
else.
an FM channel that doesn't exist.
Yeah, you've got to
And
then
it's
go
just
through.
white noise really loud. Yeah, so we've got I've been spreading and I've got I'm sure he knows what we're talking about, the black one.
Yeah.
The same in the headers. And it is a nightmare. It can be perfect all day and then just randomly just drops out.
Yeah.
And again, you've got this random FM channel playing. So Henry and I, we always battle it out. We deal with it. Dad has solved the problem by buying a FM transmitter.
Yep.
And the FM transmitter, that's for the radio channel that it keeps dropping to.
Yes.
Because the FM's transmitter, it's just sitting in the glove box. But only when Dad uses it does he pull it out and put it in.
Yeah.
But it does work. Like it's always.
Yeah, that's my solution in the header. The other solution has been just getting really used to listening to myself swear at it. It's I was feeling quite calm and relaxed, thanks. That's gone now.
Cheers, Cunningham.
Yeah.
All right, Will 202. How does your grain marketing work? Do you do it yourself or do you have someone market for you? So we did answer this one a few episodes ago, maybe 5 episodes ago.
Yeah.
But we both use a company called 10 Tigers.
Yeah.
They're a grain marketer.
Yeah.
And we set targets. They're always in communication with us.
Yeah.
They send three texts every day.
Yeah.
The first text they send, which is I think is quite good.
Yeah.
It's how letting you know what's going on in the world.
Yep.
Russia's imposed this. China's done this, and
this is what the season's looking like in the US. USDA update. It's like
and it goes expect wheat to be down, canola could be up.
Yeah.
And you get text come through, tells you how much what the price is, how much it moved. You can either call them or you can text back, lock in 200 ton canola.
Yeah.
And they've done it.
Yeah.
I think having a grain marketer, whilst you do pay for it, I think it's 100% the way to go.
Yeah.
Especially come harvest time.
When your mind's on something else.
Yeah, and then if you've got, oh God, that's a good price. So then you're trying to get on the phone, maybe you got bad signal, you've got a header broken down.
Yeah.
Hell, maybe there's even a fire that you're going to.
Yeah.
But if you could quickly just text back going 500 ton, lock it in, done.
Yeah.
It just takes out so much stress.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah, and having that like the connection, like the personal relationship with the marketers there.
Yep.
You can they know our business, they know us. You can have a conversation and be like, hey, it's looking, they know when you say, oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. Be like, okay, should we be pushing this boundary? Should we be doing this? Should we be doing that?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, grain marketer.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Okay, this one's from T-Rex.
Oh, from across the ditch?
From across the ditch. It's a very long one. I didn't even realise he'd written one, so I've had to zoom into it. You clearly, this first time reading this, let's see how this goes.
Danger zone.
You clearly both love farming, but did you, it's an all right one. Have you ever, no, but did you ever have the feeling that you had no choice but to take responsibility for the future of the family farm? It's a fortunate position to be in, but it's clearly not for everyone. Well, it's a good question, T-Rex.
It is. Philosophical.
Yeah. No, never felt like had to come back to the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was never pressured. Never, you have to come back. You're a boy, you got to.
Yeah. Carry on the family name.
Yeah.
That. No. Even to this day, we have the conversation and it's always, if it's all, too much, if it ever gets to that point, we can always go and do whatever you want to do. Go and do something else. There's no pressure to, granddad built this, you've got to continue it on and, you're going to be insulting his memory and none of that.
Yeah.
So.
I think I've mentioned it before, but obviously because we were doing uni and then I decided to drop out and I sat down with mum and dad and I said, look, I want to drop out of uni and then, come home and just, work on the farm. And mum's first thing was, are you sure?
Yeah.
It's, not as in completely fine, drop out of uni, but it was, are you sure? Do you want to come back to the farm?
Yeah.
And then she laid it out, even though I was doing uni to come back.
Yeah.
I think this is when it had, they might have gone, okay, you've finished uni now, you've got your degree, go be an agronomist for 3 years, or go and be a bank manager for a couple of years and then come back. But Mum laid it out. She goes, "Are you sure? It's a bloody hard career. It's very hard, very stressful. There's times that we've been nearly declaring bankruptcy. So there was the. It wasn't the good. You're coming back to the farm. It's the. Are you sure this is what you want to do? Like which is good. Like you never felt forced to come back.
I don't know how it would. I know that there's plenty of guys and girls out there that have been in that position where there's a lot of pressure to come back, and maybe it's not necessarily what their passion is. It's a difficult situation, that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, again, like we have so many people saying, "Oh, how do we get into farming? How do we start farming?" And they hear this and they go, "Oh, you bunch of whingers. All I want to do is go and farm." But it's horses for courses. It's different. If you're out the back end of Southern Cross and you've got someone saying you've got to come back and you've got to do this and this and this, and you're going,
I've seen you struggle for the last 30 years, Dad.
And
I'm not sure if that's what I want to do.
I have no interest in farming. Like that could be as equally.
It was actually kind of like my brother-in-law. He went and did Sparky and went off, and then Mum and Dad were like, "Are you coming back?" He's like, "No."
Yeah.
Why would I? I want to be a Sparky. I want to go and, I want to go off and do my own thing. And farming never really, interested him. So,
Yeah.
All right. So the next one, Coop. Is there any future machinery upgrades or land upgrades coming?
Land upgrades. Yes, I like that term. That's good. We're going to do a little bit of delving with our deep ripper with the delving points on. We're going to try.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I suppose that's upgrading the land.
Yeah,
I sort of put it in purchasing land. But.
Oh, yeah. Look, if we can, we will. Machinery. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything on the.
I mean, I've just bought a seeder. Yeah. So that's our big one.
We've done the boom spray. So
the next big upgrade is where I've got the army truck. That I'm going to be converting into a fire engine. So fire truck.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, Luke Marshall, JH. What is your seeding and fert VR maps? Well, this is for both of us, I guess.
Yeah.
Based off soil data or production zone removal. So ours is essentially just done off production.
Yeah.
We've done the soil data. It's very hard to do with BCT. You need an absolute gun.
Yeah.
We've done that with our liming. We've done the VR maps bringing in your soil data and overlaying it with your yield data, and then it goes, okay, it was 5.4 here and here, and that's the same yield for the same spots. So everywhere else in the paddock, that's going to be 5.4.
Yeah.
And it's magic how it does it.
Yeah.
You need it. We need an absolute whiz to come down here, and I will pay.
Yeah.
I will pay.
Yeah. Like we said early on.
Someone that's listening,
get into it
and become a PCT whiz, because you will make bank.
Yeah. If the flying wasn't working out for you and you weren't going to go spreading the contractors.
That we keep saying, yeah.
If after your first lesson, the pilot that's taking you up is looking a little white knuckle, maybe go and try PCT out.
Yeah. So now ours is, we base it off yield, but we make sure that it's comparable with the paddock. And
we go it on removal.
Yep.
I was saying to our agronomist, Tristan, the other day, I reckon that we need about 7 years of data, because that gets us through a number of cereal seasons.
But it's also hard if you've had that drought year in there.
Yeah.
Those 2 years of drought just absolutely wipe it off the face of the earth.
Yeah. So you've got to then be able to go, okay, that's our canola yields, and then so there's a lot of there's a lot that goes into it. I love it. But we go on removal and ground truthing in the paddocks.
Yeah.
So we know that those areas are sandy, so it's going to get a different treatment.
Yep. Now this is the one from Joe Hare.
Here we go.
Well, will George get married if he pays for it?
I think we addressed that in the last one. Maybe.
Maybe. You can pay for the Dom Perignon.
Yes. You can buy the champagne.
Oh, God. I'm not buying a carton.
Look, I'm not a betting man, but that was easy money. It was free money.
I should fill everyone in. So back when I was getting married, we all sat out the front. It was the night before. You were my best man.
Yeah.
And we had all the groomsmen around and we were having beers. And then I go to you, George, because I was 24, you were 25.
Yeah.
And I said, George, I bet you'll be married by the time you get to 30.
Yeah.
And then you were like, you want to bet? And then I was like, yeah. He's like, what do you want to bet? I said, I don't know. It was an expensive beer at the time, was Coronas. I said, a carton of Coronas. He goes, nah, carton of Dom Perignon. I shook on it, not knowing what it was. It is like one of the most expensive wines out there. Now, I'm very happy to lose that bet.
Yeah.
I am very happy to lose that bet. But my God, I'm going to have to save up for that one. Mind you, when you keep putting your wedding back, you're not even engaged yet. So,
oh wow, the pressure's coming thick and thin. Thanks, Josiah. I reckon that your obligation to cyberbullying me into this might actually be working.
All right, next one is from Rob Regal. Would you consider employing a hardworking American man simply for room and board?
Oh, well, yeah, but we'll have to pay you legally. I think they outlawed that a couple 100 years ago, my friend.
Room and board, yeah. Kate Ethan, thoughts on the new CR11?
CR11, yeah. I thought they were, yeah. They're all the same, aren't they now? It's boring. They've all gotten to twin rotors. This is...
The CRs, that's New Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was going to talk...
the AFX 11.
Yeah, AFX 11, which is just a New Holland.
Yes, which is just a...
Twin rotor.
Twin rotor, which is a class, which is a
Look,
John Deere now.
a class 11, we don't need that anywhere near that capacity in our area.
Nah.
Yeah. The highest I'd probably go would be to an X9, and that's only for the capacity of being able to go, like I've said before, sitting on 10Ks from morning to night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not desired to get my guys on the header at 15 k's an hour, pulling in those 160 tons an hour, whatever that's claimed it can do. I just want it to sit at 10 k's an hour from 7 a.m. until 9:30.
Yep.
And then that way you've got a nice consistent day of always.
Yeah, and not have it fluctuating the losses out the back.
Yeah.
All that. But I reckon so Tyson Schultz, he's they're transferring to 50-foot CTF, so pretty big change.
Actually, we do have a comment. I think it was sent privately, but they said that they're getting into CTF, and I think they're going to 60-foot.
Yeah.
And what was our thoughts on that?
I'd say go 50.
Yeah.
Bring it back 10 foot, go 50, because you don't have to engineer massive solutions for straw spreading and for your augers. They're already out there with a catcher and the long augers. You'll get your 50-foot easy.
Do they do 50-foot seeders?
Yes. Yeah. DBSs, that's what Tyson's gone to.
Yeah, okay.
See,
I'd do, I suppose, 60
they might be
and
52 for like a lot of the Yankee stuff.
60 and 40 doesn't really work, I suppose, does it? But that's why we went to an 80-foot. You know, you've got the bigger cedar, and then you obviously 80, 40 fits in.
Yeah.
120-foot boom fit in, which is what we sped to. 160-foot boom fits in. So
yeah, I'd say so. That's 50, because then 150-foot, 150-foot boom.
Yep.
50-foot cedar, 50-foot header.
What about 100-foot cedar?
Big banana planter. The Queenslanders.
Yeah.
It's always there.
All right. So the next one from Nick Panizza. I'm going to say Panizza. It's PF.
Pfizer.
Fatitza? Nicky, old boy. Hey, just wanted to know what you think is best, Easy N or Urea for price and results. So I think Easy N might be Flexi N or something like that.
Really, it just comes down to price, I think.
Yeah, look, best result is going to be Flexi N every day of the week.
Yeah.
It doesn't volatilise.
Yeah.
It will leach, but it won't volatilise.
Yeah.
So every day of the week, obviously, if you're going for results, Flexi.
Yeah. Yes.
If you've got a boom spray tied up, then Urea, which is what we do. I was spreading Urea while Henry was flat out spraying.
Yeah.
Which is why we do it.
Yeah.
Urea.
Yeah. So we were I had the streamers on my boom, and
Yep.
the other boom was doing flat fan broadleaf.
Yep.
And we were spreading as well. So, but we were spreading urea sustain.
Yep.
So, yeah. The things, sorry, for FlexiN or EasyN, storage. You can get it delivered. You can get it delivered in January or February, and
when the price is right.
when the price is right, and they need to get it out. And if they're, they go, oh, there's this many dollar a ton discount if you can take it on farm in this month.
Yep.
Fill the tanks.
Yep.
G'day, it's Rod from Serafin Machinery here, letting everyone know that our Serafin Machinery podcast is out now. Our aim is to cover agricultural updates, industry stories, and catch up with some special guests. So whether you're in the cab operating machinery, working in the office, or putting your feet up at the end of the day, you can listen to us on all major streaming platforms, our website, or watch us on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe as we're releasing episodes regularly. Serafin Machinery, we are your seeding and tillage specialists.
All right. Kieran Hill, what varieties of wheat and barley do you guys sow?
We have got Scepter, Brumby for our wheat, Scepter and Brumby.
Yep.
Barley, we have got Maximus, Spartacus, Neo,
You're chasing malt.
and Kraken.
How much barley varieties do you need?
One for silage, one for grazing, one for grain, and one for bulk up. So it's the Neo's going to end up being what we're growing as barley.
Yep.
From like next year on.
Yeah,
I reckon.
okay.
Well,
Yep.
Neo and Kraken. The Kraken's a grazing barley.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep. So we are Scepter for wheat.
Yeah.
And we are Cyclops and Roslyn.
Yes. Yeah.
We went that Roslyn will out yield Cyclops any day of the week,
Yeah.
but Roslyn will drop its head at the look of a windy cloud.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got that for a safety net.
Yep. Yep.
I am sort of looking at wanting to go down the path of doing a malt.
Yeah.
Just want to find the right variety that's going to work for us.
Yeah.
The malt feed split isn't there at the moment to warrant going malt,
No.
but I do want to probably get away from doing, feed. So it's just stock production, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But, I'd prefer to go for maybe human consumption, beer, stuff like that.
Go for the premium market.
Yeah. So, all right, next one. WK Kessie, have you thought to reach out to Thorpe Farm for a potty? He'd be a great interview. No, I don't actually know who that is. I should look it up. But
Bit of research. Like you asked for suggestions of people to talk to.
Yeah.
So that'd be good.
So we'll have to have a look.
Yep.
Jackson Kennedy, which two would you? No, I do like this. Which two would you pick? Perfectly timed rains, fully paid off equipment, or good stuff?
So you can have two.
Only two. So mine is perfectly timed rains and good stuff.
What was the other? Sorry.
Fully paid off equipment.
Oh, give me the rain and the equipment. That's it.
Yeah? No?
Yeah.
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 So
I'll do it myself.
You do it yourself. No, I'd rather. I mean, we don't have, and none of our equipment's paid off. So
Yeah.
that's just how I operate at the moment with crap rain.
Yeah.
So perfectly timed rain
Yeah.
and great employees.
Yeah.
That's definitely the one.
Yeah, well, I
go.
guess if you've got perfectly timed rain and good employees, then the machinery will get paid off eventually.
Well, it should be paid off like that year if it's perfectly timed
If
rain.
it's perfectly timed, yeah. But the
Perfectly
other two doesn't
timed.
guarantee the other.
Yeah. All right, next one's from Kirk Whiting.
Ah,
So, humic and fulvic acid thoughts.
very, very difficult to extract from the dugite.
Yeah,
But
snake oil. But what they are they're soil improvers for
Yeah.
anyone listening.
yeah.
Look, I'm all for anything that will improve your soil.
Yep.
It's what we all, that's our bread and our butter. We
Yeah.
need to look after it. So all for improving it.
Yep. Want to see some more trial work.
Yeah, with snake oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I know that Kirk has seen some results, and he did off-on trials last year.
Yep.
And saw market improvement.
Yep.
And I think he's continuing that this year again. But I'm always one that wants to see it, time in, time again.
Yep.
I know that years and years ago, Bill Crabtree did he called it like a snake oil trial, He took everything that was out there for all these elixirs and stuff that was promised, and then at the end of the trial had the cost of them, the average cost of them. I'm probably getting this wrong, but the average cost of them spent on extra nitrogen. And that out-yielded every time.
Yeah,
it, like replicated through.
This is like us doing peas and then having a fallow next to it, and we out-yielded on the fallow country to the pea country.
Yeah. So it's it's always like I said about the regen ag. Yes, love to see it. Love to go and see the trialing and the stuff and see stuff. If there's something that we can take out of it that improves, yep. But not going to upheave the whole system to go chasing after. That one snake
definitely.
oil. Not that it's snake oil. I don't know yet. Let's wait and see. So.
We'll wait and see. It's probably snake oil. All right. Chuck Matthews. Is Telstra as useful as a white crayon over west as well? Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It is.
It is getting better, but I do fear in a couple months when 3G gets turned off, we're going to lose so much signal.
Yeah, look, it is another bugbear, and I thought I was calmed down. I'll be honest with you, when you can see 3 different towers and you can't get phone signal, there is something critically wrong.
Yeah.
And they don't give 2 hoots.
They don't, nah.
Because and why would they? We're like 150, 200 people, and we demand 3 towers. You do that in like Ellenbrook in Perth.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, we've got 3,000 customers. You know, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But then you come to town and the signal is crap when you've got tourist season.
Yeah. They got into strife about that because they'd been saying that they'd been doing upgrades. And
5G was worse than bloody CDMA.
Someone had stuffed up in the exchange. They genuinely stuffed up the exchange and they had a big issue.
Yeah, like my auntie and uncle live in Dunsborough.
Yeah.
And it's the worst. Like they hate it. They hate tourist season because it is the worst for signal.
Yeah.
I've got an Optus internet in town here and that barely works.
Yeah. Old Starlink does change a lot of things for
it's
internet.
expensive if you're not, like if it's a townhouse or...
Oh, yeah.
It's
$150 a month.
I can't see chucking one on my ute either. It works for Jack at the station because he's always in his ute wherever he goes, whereas I might be in a tractor or in a sprayer or whatever. And,
Yeah.
When Uncle Elon puts out a phone, I think you'll see a lot of people heading that way.
Yes, yeah. And I think they've got an agreement with Telstra or Optus, one of the two.
Optus, I think, yeah.
Yeah. So something's in the works, but yeah. No, as far as, Telstra, chocolate kettle.
Rudgy.
Yeah.
Okay. Christopher Antonui?
Christopher.
Would you ever go to a 4-drive 4-track and then go for an 8R, etc., as a spreader tractor? We already are 4-track tractor.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't drop down now to an 8R, no.
Yeah.
I've got the 9R, the bigger tractor. You got the more horsepower.
Yep.
I feel that's better for pulling the spreader.
And like you said, it allows you to go into a bigger spreader in the future.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Now, I know there is a few more questions that have been sent privately. We'll get to those ones probably in our next episode.
Yeah.
But this is going to be the last one. So from Oliver, he says, why do so many blokes use Flexian in WA? Why not just spread more urea like most of us do over east?
My knuckles aren't bleeding. So
you really want to fight those Queenslanders, don't you?
Oh, well, it's a long way across. There's a lot of desert, and I don't know if they can actually navigate. So come and get me.
Nah, Flexian is just again, it doesn't. It's a product that doesn't volatilize.
Yeah,
it does leach. Everything leaches. It's easier to go spraying in any weather condition.
Storage.
Spreading you can't. Storage. Yeah. And then liquid and doing that at seeding time, like what I'm doing, it opens up so many more opportunities.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, that's it. I'm going to keep the east-west divide open. Just say that we're more advanced.
Roger. Oh, well, I reckon we'll leave this one here.
Righto.
So, again, thank you very much to Serafin.
Yep.
And
Thank you.
we are about to go and run out on a hockey field. So hopefully we don't go and pull a hamstring or ruin our backs.
Injury free.
All right. Cheers, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.